morning, folks, and welcome into a Thursday. It is the Real Monica Adams Show. I'm at home. You never know where we're going to be, right? This team just is all over St. Louis, Missouri, Illinois, and anywhere. Remember, we can take the show on the road, and we'll talk about those incredible mobile Monicas that are coming up. Thanks to you, and thanks to all of our incredible sponsors. So I hope you're having a great start to your day. If you're new to the show, good morning. Welcome aboard. I am your host, Monica Adams. Thank you so much for being a part of the show. And again, I always love to know if you just stumbled upon the show or if someone introduced you to the show. If so, thank them. We've got some diehards that have been watching for the last 2+ years. They call themselves Monica's Maniacs, and we encourage you to be a part of that and tune in Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. Today, we're going to talk about self-care. And sometimes I wonder if people even recognize what that looks like. When it shows itself to you, do you dismiss it? Do you think that you're not worthy of it? Do you even take time for yourself? Because we talk always, whether it's on my show or whether I'm working out with someone or life coaching them, there's a lot of things that my brand and my team can do for you. It's really to get you to understand the importance of you. Right? We talk about the mental, spiritual, physical side of life and making sure that you take some time for you. And I have to call myself on it, or my friends and family have to do that. So I talked a little bit about it last night. I popped on, was sitting outside, enjoying some time. Wasn't it gorgeous, by the way? Beautiful afternoon and early evening. Sat out by the pool, took in the sunshine, let the dogs run around, and just that alone. Time spent alone. How many of you actually do that? So we're going to talk about that. And some of you weighed in yesterday of what you think self-care is, what it looks like. And I want to know, how often do you actually do it? So let's talk about that. And then again, it's your opportunity to get active with the show, interactive with the show. Like, be active too, because we're going to be doing a workout here shortly. And a lot of times people ask me to do a workout for them, show them a workout, and they ask for modifications or more beginner things. I don't ever want the people who are wanting to level up to think, hey, Monica, what about us? So I'm going to show you a more elevated workout today that I did yesterday at Crunch Fitness. By the way, if you haven't heard, they are our latest sponsor and our first national sponsor. So congratulations to the team. I'm so proud of the team and what we're doing. And soon we will be welcoming, that's hard to say, some interns that will be joining for our summer program. So I can't wait to introduce you to Michaela as well as Hayden. They'll be starting next week. And then Gabriel and Miranda will start the first week of June. So we're going to have them knee deep into everything that this show provides for you, which of course is positivity, hope, light, getting you to the best version of yourself. And we can help you on so many levels. So let us do that for you. So as you're signing on, say good morning to your community, and we're going to run through some news you can use. If you are outside of our area, again, I always want you to let us know, where are you watching from, because we'd like to know. My friend that's in Denver right now, she was saying she was heading into the mountains and then spending some time between the mountains and Denver. And just 2 days ago, she said it was a little bit of snow and 35 degrees. I was like, what? I can't believe, again, Denver is so absolutely beautiful, but love that she's watching from Colorado. We've got some new people watching us from Texas. So let us know, again, if you are outside of our immediate area, where you are watching from. I do like to take care of those that have been watching me or listening to me over the last, 20, 30 years, and to take care of St. Louis. And so let's do that with our forecast. Here's what it looks like. Again, you cannot complain about what we had last night or today. Almost a mirror image of what we had yesterday. 70 degrees, a lot of sunshine. So again, get out there, get your vitamin D, go for walks. That's part of self-care. Go for a run. Start your exercise program today. It's a great day to do so. I won't tell you though, I threw a sweatshirt on yesterday. Jim even walked out and said, oh, it's a little chilly. It is going to be again tonight. Look at that, 49 for our low tomorrow. And we'll talk to Beckett Moore, our aspiring meteorologist, tomorrow morning with our What's Your Weather segment. He will talk about what we can expect for Memorial Weekend. There's an evening sprinkle, maybe here or there, in the forecast from KMOV, our friends over at Channel 4. 72 for a high tomorrow, 56 66 for the low. Cards in action tomorrow night, by the way. Some showers expected Saturday with a high of 70, but don't cancel your plans. Again, a 60% chance of rain and thunder on Sunday. So we'll see if that sticks. That might not be the best day to be outside. 67 for the high. Monday, the same, 67 and 60% chance of rain and thunder. Tuesday, a 30% chance of showers, and we're still in the upper 60s. And then we get into the low to mid 70s and even into the low 80s by the time we get into next weekend. So we will find out tomorrow from Beckett if, in fact, that is what his forecast looks like. So if you haven't found our Beckett Moore, please do so on YouTube and on X. He's very active. So yeah, when you're looking at plans, and we'll run down some plans, love to know what you have on tap for Memorial Weekend and for the actual holiday. You know, when we talk about self-care in just a little bit, I will talk about the fact that I bought an 18-foot Sea Ray boat many years ago. And one of the very first reasons I did that was to spend more time with my mom. And every Wednesday, I considered that to be Monica and Mom Day. Let's put it the other way around because she deserves it first, right? Mom and Monica Day. We'd go out in Lake St. Louis, just tool around the lake, and it was so peaceful. I've got to find my way back to that. So I'm going to ask all of you, how do you get me to slow down? What do you think we need to take away? There's a lot of people that say, don't ever say that you're not going to be for us here in the morning. I don't want that to happen. But what part slows down so that I can do just that? Spend time with mom. In fact, I've been talking about going away on a vacation with her, tried to make it happen, literally had the tickets from American Airlines on hold for 24 hours, trying to pull the trigger and make it happen. And all I could find was a 3-day window for us. We were going to go away to Rosemary Beach in Florida. Jenny kept telling me, Monica, you got to go there. You got to go there. Tried to make it happen. Almost came close, but there was really literally nothing available for us to be able to, I think a lot of it, if you've ever been, a lot of it's houses and, longer stays. So I still want to try to make it happen in a couple of weeks. My husband has a voucher that expires on June 10th that he got from American Airlines because he was bumped on a flight one time. And so I'm like, we're going to throw away a $700 voucher. That's when you know you're too busy, right? So let's talk about self-care in just a bit. Sean, good morning. Kathleen Morris, Stephanie Bill, good morning to Monica and everyone. That's right. Everybody, thanks for signing on. Again, tell your family, friends, let's get these numbers up on all of our platforms. We've got about 20 of you on right now. And I know we just started, but let's get everybody, tell them we're on. Again, we always ask you to share, like, follow the live stream, let people know that we're on and we're talking about self-care. And for some, they have to listen to the show to say, yeah, you need to hear this, because as a community, we're going to tell you the importance of slowing down in life. And I mentioned it last night when I was on, saying, look, if we don't, and we're no longer here, people are going to say, what about us? Oh yeah, boy, she worked a lot. Is that what you want to hear about yourself? Or do you want to hear, oh my God, did this together. She did this for herself. She did this for us. He did this. That's when you know you impacted somebody's life. So we've got to put our footprint out there, right? So again, let everybody know we'll be doing self-care as our topic coming up here shortly. So Rose says, hubby and I are going to Branson this weekend to see Alabama at Thunder Ridge Arena. Oh my gosh, there you go. There's some self-care. There's time for yourself and you as a couple. That's very important. Dawn Goodman, good morning to you as well. Okay, let's run through some things. I still want us to remember that tomorrow is 1 week since the devastation happened with the tornadoes in our area. And a lot of people doing the hashtag St. Louis Strong. Well, these businesses and neighbors in the Del Mar Maker District are looking for your help to continue as the tornado recovery continues. A lot of damage. The needs are not going to stop. On Wednesday, Steve's Hot Dogs hosted a supply drive and grilled hot dogs for the surrounding community. Steve's, of course, part of a cluster of restaurants that just opened up on Del Mar alongside the Fountain on Locust, Nixta, and the ABC Distillery. Their building sustained heavy damage to its roof, its HVAC, its gas lines, and other systems. Now, I am going to sit down with the wonderful Steve Ewing, the lead singer of The Urge, and more importantly, an incredible human being. He's going to be on with us tomorrow, taking some time away from all the cleanup and all the efforts that they're doing for his restaurant and the entire restaurant community. He's going to be part of our Foodie Friday. So we'll talk about his famous smoked and grilled hot dogs. And yes, you can eat a hot dog Unlike over the years when I was like, what the heck's in a hot dog? This is all beef. In fact, he even has an entire vegan menu. So we'll have Steve Ewing on tomorrow. Be sure to watch that, and he'll tell us about what they still need for us to help. There was also a big event at the Foundry last night, but the damage has been sustained, and it's going, if not months, to continue to rebuild. So continue to think about them. There's a lot of crowdfunding. There's a lot of GoFundMe out there. Make sure it's a legitimate one, but help out those in need. Don't forget about them. Hey, here's something good for you to know. I mentioned a couple days ago that gas prices were going to be going down. Well, Circle K is offering discounted fuel prices ahead of the busy Memorial Day weekend. So when you're going to get gas, you might want to go to a Circle K. They say that they're giving you an easy way to save heading into the long holiday weekend. They're offering a special discount of up to 40 cents off per gallon. That's going a long way, of Circle 6 branded fuel. According to the company, its Fuel Day special will be offered on Thursday. So today from 4 to 7 p.m. at participating locations. Customers who have signed up for Inner Circle rewards can hit the pumps early from right now until 3 o'clock in the afternoon to receive the discount. The price on the pump will reflect the discounted price during that time. And so the good news is, and we mentioned the other day, the average price of gas is going to be $3.08. And you'll probably find it for a little bit less than that. Last Memorial Day weekend, by the way, it was $3.18. So it is down some. Love to hear the positive news, right? Erica Cuvis, is that how you pronounce her name? It's your friend from the Aveda Head Spa. Hi, Erica. Well, good morning to you. Hope you're having a great day. I'm coming in, by the way, on Sunday. There's your self-care. And Erica, stay on, by the way. Tell people a little bit more about, oh, she said she loves Steve. Tell them a little bit more about what they can experience, because if they haven't seen that video, I put out a reel, I don't know, when was that, Erica? About a month or so ago. I'm coming back in, and that is part of self-care. It's actually kind of the idea of why we did today's topic, because I thought, facials, massages, an Aveda head spa, something like that. What do guys do? Guys, gentlemen that are signing on, what do you do for yourself? What does self-care look like for you? For us, and I love the fact that more and more couples have gotten together to do manicures, pedicures, etc. Spend more time together, go on hikes together, go on walks together, go dancing together. Don't just always go, okay, honey, let's go grab something to eat. Spend time talking, communicating. That's important. But yeah, Erica, cannot wait. Coming in on Sunday. I am super excited for that. All right, in health news, I need you to know about this. For any of you or people that you know that drink energy drinks, I'm not a big fan of them. And now here's another reason that I'm not. Is there an ingredient in your energy drinks that could raise your risk of blood cancer? Have you ever heard of taurine? It's an amino acid. It's often added to energy drinks. And in fact, for me being around the health industry, the bodybuilding community for a long, long time, taurine was in a lot of supplements from the energy standpoint. Well, it's making headlines because it's linked in a study to leukemia, a blood cancer. The research shows leukemia cells may use the taurine to grow, but it doesn't suggest that taurine causes cancer. Experts say healthy people don't need to avoid taurine, but should still consume energy drinks in moderation. So there are a lot of stories out there right now that you may see talking about this, and a lot of it might be clickbait just for you to be clicking on it. Make sure that you follow a reputable health site or talk to your doctor about it. If you're really concerned, ask your primary care physician, hey, is taurine bad for me? Should I not be having it, etc.? Okay, so I just want to pass that along. And then for those of you that are in our area, or I think a lot of people will be coming in maybe for the holiday weekend to visit us, you might want to go to the Missouri Botanical Garden. Now, you might smell something a little strange because this does emit a strange odor. The corpse flower, have you ever seen it? It's blooming at Mobot in the coming weeks. That's the Missouri Botanical Garden. It is its 18th corpse flower bloom, and the flower's scientific name is something I cannot even remotely try to say. So we're going to give you the name that the garden is giving it, which is Lucy. I think it's Amorphis Phallus titanium, something like that. Anyway, the name is Lucy. The garden describes Lucy as small, weighing only 30.5 pounds. It is currently housed in the garden's climatron. Lucy the corpse flower, again, will be the 18th corpse flower to bloom, and it's expected to bloom between May 29th and June 3rd. So if you go to the Missouri Botanical Garden for Memorial Weekend, you're not going to see it. You'd have to stick around a little longer. The flower is part of the aroid family. It's native to Indonesia, Sumatra, Indonesia, known for its spiked bloom, which for 24 hours creates a strong smell that some compare. Are you ready for this? Have you heard this before? Have you seen it before? Some compare the smell to rotting flesh. I remember saying that when I was in the news, and I'm like, well, that doesn't even sound like something I would even remotely want to see. But because it's so unique, that's why people rush to it. And there will be a lot of people, by the way, that will go to see this and have to deal with the rotting flesh smell. No thanks. In sports news, the St. Louis City SC team unfortunately losing. They have not won a game this season. Again, a lot of people calling for, is that going to mean that the brand new head coach is going to be fired? That's what they were talking about. No word on that just yet, but Minnesota beat St. Louis City SC 3-2. Now it is Colorado coming to town against our team, St. Louis City SC, on Saturday. That's a late game, by the way. The kickoff will be at 8:30, and then Saturday, May 31st is their next game. That's an afternoon one, and they will be in San Jose. Let's talk about Cardinals. They lost as well, unfortunately. Final was 5-1 against Detroit. It is the Diamondbacks coming to St. Louis against our Cardinals. 7:15 tomorrow, and then on Saturday for Memorial Weekend, it is a 1:15 start time. If you're just tuning in, we are going to be talking about self-care. Feel free right now to drop in before I take the break. What do you do for self-care? Ladies, guys, I'd like to hear what kids do for themselves, because we are always talking about how kids are having a hard time with depression and anxiety. They need time for getting outside. You know, a lot of activities are being taken away from the kids, so they need self-care. Don't forget about them as well, or you as an entire family. All right, let's talk about the National Day of Calendar. Oh, there's Jenny. Jenny, good morning to you. National Craft Distillery Day, National Solitaire Day, National Vanilla Pudding Day. It's National Buy a Musical Instrument Day. I just told you a lot of things taken away from the kids. They started talking about taking away band. I think that is not a good idea. National Maritime Day as well. That gets you up to date on some of the things that we think you might want to use, right? To talk about health news that we gave you, sports news we gave you, what's happening today, and not just local, but regional, national news as well. If there's anything else I feel that you might want to talk about, or more importantly, you have a topic you would like for us to talk about, let us know what that is, and we will pass it along. All right, Erica says, yes, they can get a compilation of a massage and rebound the pH levels of the scalp. But that's not the only thing. There's also an incredible facial and a massage that they do with this Aveda Head Spa. I was showing the girl who does my hair, Sherry, with Sheer Studios, and she was like, wait a minute, you also get a facial? I'm like, yes, it's amazing. So she was doing a facial and then massaging my arms and my hands and my feet. The whole thing, the whole shebang at Osiris Medical Spa, where we were yesterday. So check them out, osirismedicalspa.com. Erica said, feel free to visit anytime. So natural, Osiris Medical Spa. Yeah, we love them. We love Dr. Shadi Hawatma. We love Erica. We love Nicole, his wife, as well as Holiday. Just wonderful place. And I would love for you to support those, again, that support us. All right, folks, it is 7:19. Today's topic, self-care. When we come back, I want you to just put in the description, what is self-care? What does it look like to you? And then we're going to start going a little bit deeper and talk about how often you do it. In fact, how often should we be doing it? I'll look at some of the comments from yesterday afternoon's show. I went on for you at about 6 o'clock or so, talked for about a half hour. Some of you weighed in on that. And then it was, we'll talk more in depth about it tomorrow. So here we are. We got about 23 of you on right now. Let's get those numbers up. Come on, folks. Self-care is important. And I'm here for you. I want you to show up for the community, but more importantly, show up for yourself. I want to figure out, sometimes does self-care show itself? You dismiss it. Well, we got to make sure that you put it into play. So self-care, the topic of the day when we return.
so outdated and old. Can you help?
Let's take down this wall and add a support beam there.
Or just replace the furniture.
I love it.
New sofa, chaise lounge, and tables from Carol House.
What about this bedroom?
Let's tear down this wall.
Or a new bed, dresser, and accessories.
It's like a whole new room.
Get free in-home design, fast free delivery, and free financing too. Skip the remodel. Add new furnishings from Carol House for your new perfect room. Because you like nice things.
All right, can I just say how excited I am that Crunch Fitness is now open. They opened their doors yesterday at 9 a.m. Good morning, Kathy Holden Reed. If you're just tuning in, now is your time, okay? It's your turn to just use your little fingers and type. Self-care means this. So just give me, like, if I was opening up and, a dictionary, or I was typing into Google, what is self-care? Don't do that. I want you to answer the question. What does it look like to you? We're going to discuss that. Self-care for me was exactly what I did yesterday. And I'm going to run you through some of this. So at Crunch Fitness, like a lot of places, they have cycling. But I mean, this is pretty amazing, isn't it? It's absolutely beautiful. So cycling, for those of you that love to cycle, there's about 20 that can go into a cycling class. Afterwards, you're maybe really sore from having a great class. Do the rest and recovery. I went into this yesterday. I was like, here we go. This is the red light therapy that they do. And I wasn't originally thinking I was going to take time for this. Some people are excited about the tanning aspect as well. I still got to look a little bit deeper into, I'm going to talk to Dr. Sarah with regional dermatology, and I'm sure she's probably still going to say for tanning beds. I don't know. Some people think, well, I love to go into a tanning bed. I know, but you just got to be careful, right, for skin cancer aspect. Okay, here's the view of Crunch Fitness in Manchester. They in Baldwin. They just opened up on Manchester, and they also have a location they opened up in Forest. They are our first national sponsor, so you want to welcome aboard. So for those of you that are at a gym right now and you're just kind of going through the motions, that is self-care, by the way. For me, my answer of self-care is slowing down and taking time for you. Now, sometimes you might want to have a buddy with you. You might want to have your spouse with you, and you together have time together. But I don't want you to ever forget the importance of you, first and foremost, your own self-care. So for me, yesterday, it was just, I went, and I love this particular video that I took because it's very important. Listen to this. Right? You hear that? Yes, I do. And just put yourself in that. It said, you deserve this. Yes, you do. So don't feel guilty about going to the gym and, first of all, working out. And then secondly, I had Wet Your Whistle, unfortunately, was canceled with Chuck yesterday. So I did it by myself at 6 o'clock, just, relaxing with all of you. But when it got canceled, I was like, okay, well, what am I going to do? I'm going to go and I'm going to go take care of me. And that's exactly what I did. Okay, never, and I'm going to say ever, have I experienced that. I was sending text messages to Jenny, to my sister-in-law, saying, why have I never experienced the hydro massage beds or chairs? Why? Because, Monica, you don't slow down. That was a huge aha moment, light bulb wake up moment for me of, this has existed. Well, I will tell you this. It existed at an old gym that I gave way too much money to for 5 years. And they always had it as an extra. For the amount of money that we paid, which was a ridiculous amount of money, by the way, their recovery area was extra, which is nuts. Now, a lot of the places have, yes, the rest and recovery area. But a lot of people just run out of the gym because they're back to their busy life. Do this, folks. This is how you recover. I wonder if I've been missing out on something like this for years. This hydro massage bed is amazing. Okay, how many of you have done it, by the way? You're all probably going, Monica, yeah, it's been around but look, this is why we're doing today's topic. It has been around. I've never done it. It's the simple part of taking time for you. That's what self-care is. So I did an hour workout, which, by the way, we're going to show you an elevated workout in just a second. So if you're looking for a really good one, maybe you're thinking of going and joining Crunch Fitness, I would love for you to do so. And here's a few people I want you to introduce yourself to. Daniel Hatfield. Go up and tell him hi. Tell him congratulations. He is a rock star in the fitness industry, and he said this is the best team that he's ever built. Well, he's the GM over there. So ask for Dan, and then I want you to sign up with John Michael. John Michael will take care of you, and then my friend Beth is personal training over there, and so is Chloe. Chloe is the daughter of Mary Beth, who we have teamed up with Slyman Brothers. So Slyman Brothers is a part of our show as well. You know, we do our Foodie Fridays at Slyman Brothers Appliances. So we absolutely love that. So many levels of people that are over there that I want you to meet. And by the way, you can bring a friend in every day. At the old gym where I spent way too much money, have I said that enough? Way too much money. They let you bring a guest in twice a month, period. And the same person couldn't come for another 30 or I think eventually it was 60 days. You can bring a friend every single day. Now they can't do all the classes, but they can work out with you. And there are 2 weekends coming up in June, the first weekend and the second weekend of June at the Manchester location, where they can actually do free weekends where they work out and they do classes and then, introduce themselves to it. So yes, so yesterday, a great workout. Again, we're going to show you in just a bit. Then I went into the sauna for 10 minutes. I went into the red light therapy room. Let me show you that. Here we go.
Welcome to the KBL training experience. The voice guide will direct you to the features of this scene.
All right, that's 12 minutes, by the way. So put this all together. I've never done this. In all my years of working out, ever, can I say one more time? Ever done this. I normally think, and it's not that you're guilty, you feel guilty for working out or taking time away. It is a necessity to take care of your body. And for me, when I take care of my body in the fitness realm, it takes care of this, right? And it takes care of my soul. So normally I will give myself that 60 minutes or maybe a little bit more. But yesterday will blow all of your minds that know me. I did 60-minute intense workout. 10 minutes in a sauna. I did 12 minutes in that red light therapy, and the pads that you saw me stand on, it's a vibration. And so one of them's for relaxation, one program's for wellness, and one's more for fitness. And that fitness one gets pretty intense, by the way. Then I said another 10 minutes. What the heck? Let's lay down in that hydro massage water bed. Okay, look, this is why I'm so happy today. My life, it's like I'm a kid in a candy store, or it's like a kid on a playground, right? Think about kids, by the way. They take care of themselves, or I hope you continue to take care of them. All of that was done yesterday. All right. I know you guys are like, Monica, that's been around. It's the simple things. There it is. That's the response. It's the simple things in life that we take for granted that we don't do that we need to be doing. So if you're just tuning in, welcome aboard. Halfway into the show, we're going to get into the workout in our second half hour, but let me go to your comments because you're a huge part of this show, and welcome aboard. We've got about 40 of you on now. Let's get more and more and more. Looking over on Instagram, those people on Instagram usually are very, very quiet. They watch. So do X. Let me look at our social media check-in and see where the majority of everybody, it's actually not showing up from. Okay. So as I would expect, there's a lot of people that always watch on Facebook. So we have 15 of you on Facebook. We have 12 of you on X, 3 of you on Rumble, nobody on YouTube right now. And then Instagram doesn't populate for us, nor does LinkedIn, but we're on 6 different platforms. And so sometimes people are running off to work, and I get it. Otherwise, if you want to do a little hashtag replay and ask me some questions or answer that question, I'm going to go back to yesterday's show and put in what some of you said, because some people said, hey, Monica, I can't be on in the morning, but do me a favor and pass along what I'm saying here that has to do with wellness, because maybe it can help others. So I'll do that for you. Erica, again, from Osiris Med Spa and So Natural, said, we provide lots of wellness. Yes. And I'm starting to understand the importance of that. Stephanie, sometimes I just want to chill. That's self-care. So I read a book, work on a puzzle, or I color in my adult color book. I need to rest my body. You do. So do all of us. Absolutely. That's a great response, Stephanie. Rose. All right, here we go. Rose says, self-care. So if you're just tuning in, I'm asking you to type into the comments, what does self-care look like to you? And sometimes do you dismiss it, thinking that you don't deserve it or that you feel guilty for taking time for yourself? I know a lot of people that I life coach that say, I feel guilty for taking time away from my kids, or I feel guilty for taking time away from my spouse, or my workload has to be there. And if I'm going and doing this, who's doing it? I'm going to tell you right now, you run yourself ragged, you're going to end up in the hospital, or you're not going to be here any longer. That wake up call, right? That check, the anxiety that people feel, the overwhelming feeling of it's never, ever, ever slowing down. It's all these dangerous things. So Rose says self-care, prayer. Oh, great one to start with. Pedicures. Hey, there's a new place that should open called Prayer and Pedicures. There we go. Somebody open that. Sunshine. Yes, the vitamin D. Great friendships. Wine. I love it. Healthy food. There you go. Walking, evening drives. Wow, that's a good one. Exactly, Rose. Here's how silly this is about me dismissing self-care. I completely forgot that my car was a convertible. Seriously. I mean, so Jenny and I were driving back from St. Genevieve, and I had all the equipment in my car. And so I went to try to take the top down on the car to have her experience the convertible. And I couldn't because we had too much equipment back there. And, obviously it needs its space to retract back into. But I took a video for her the other day and I was, look, I just want you to prove that I am actually doing this. She's been very good for me, by the way. I love you, Jenny. She has had me slow down. She said she was so proud of me because I did exactly what she asked me to do last Friday, and I disconnected for a long time. And then I could thoroughly clean my house, which for some of you might consider that to be self-care. Others might consider it to be a cumbersome workload. For me, I don't have a maid here doing it. I've always looked at it as, look, I'm not an elitist. I don't need somebody to come and do my house. I can do it myself. Sometimes, though, it gets a little overwhelming. So I did it. She came over and she's like, wow, look at your house. Yes, that was self-care for me. So slowing down sometimes. Okay, she said, windows down on beautiful nights, listening to your favorite playlist. Yes, for me, music. I agree with you, Rose. That's another great thing of self-care. Just pop on your earbuds or put some headphones on. Listen to music and let it fill your soul. She said, that makes me feel young and happy, just to name a few. Rose, those are great. And so for some of you, as you hear that, maybe you realize it's the simple things in life that Rose and I are telling you about that you can start implementing in your life. They are simple things. Okay, Kathleen Morris says, taking time for myself, relaxing. There we go. Long walks, reading. A lot of people talk about reading. You think about some of the most successful people in the world, and they'll tell you they read 10 pages of a book each day. Now, some of you read a little bit more, but if you can start implementing that, meditation for me is huge. Prayer and meditation, journaling, I think is a part of self-care and an awakening for you. And then the walking, getting on a bike, going for a run, doing your workouts, eating healthy, hydrating. You always know I have water next to me. All these things, if you're not doing them, then maybe that's why you're so anxious. So meditation, a lot of people are saying. Prayer, getting together with friends, friendship. Okay, can we talk about that? I have friends who have said, I don't know. I don't spend time with my girlfriends. I don't make enough time for them. And they say, I'm missing out on that so much. I am a firm believer that women need women time and men need men time. I've always been big on this. Now, some women say, oh, I'm worried if my husband or my boyfriend go out with the guys, what's going to take place? Well, that means you don't trust. And that's a whole nother show of you needing to look deeper, getting introspective on your relationship or yourself of why you're insecure that they can't go out with their friends. Now, if they've proven that they can't be trusted, and I get that. That's a whole relationship, life coaching, counseling aspect that we would have to go through. But you should be able to trust your partner to go out with guy friends, spend time together, or have the guys come over. Girls should be able to go out or have girls over. And then you have your couple time together. You have your individual couple time and your date couples time. I think couples should get together. You surround yourself with your tribe. We'll talk about your vibe attracting your tribe in just a bit. But don't you agree? Tell me what you think about that. Do you need girlfriend time? Do you need to fill your soul with female energy, male energy? Feel free to weigh in on that as well. Michelle, you don't slow down taking care of everyone else. So glad you got time for yourself. Yep. It's an awakening, Michelle. It's the beginning of what is to come. Erica, reconnecting with nature, she says. Traveling. Yes, traveling. Oh my gosh, Jenny said the other day, I need a vacation. Resting. Yeah, taking a nap. That's a good one. Reading, appreciating the air we breathe, and positive self talk. And of course, letting go of what isn't serving your life. There we go. Right? She aligns with me. How many times do I say, how does this serve you? Does it? If not, let it go. Also, scheduling time in your day for breaks, even if it's 15 minutes, or walks, workout. Oh, and for women, definitely strength train. You know, I always preach that. We got to do our resistance training. All right, Kathy says devotions, which we'll have at the end of the show, prayer, walks in nature, reading, music, time with family and friends, quiet reflection, cooking and baking. Okay, there we go. I love that. Cooking and baking can be self-care for you. Jeannie from Texas, how are you? What is self-care to you, Jeannie? She said, I'm looking forward to our trip to Italy on Sunday. Oh, I love it. What part of Italy are you going to? She said, I'll get at least 6 miles a day. I will miss you for 17 days. Wait, come on. Take me with Italy. Take me to Italy with you virtually. We came to you from Italy, by the way, in the fall of last year from the Piemonte or Piedmont region. We were the Barolo region. Jeannie, don't let go of the Real Monica Adams show when you're in Italy. I'd love for you to still watch or at least catch up on it if you can. If you're going for walks, maybe put one earbud in, and I say one because you got to be careful. You always want to be aware of what's happening around you. All right, Jeannie. Self-care is what everyone needs to be happy, spiritually, mentally, and physically. Time with the girls. She completely agrees. All right. Erica says, oh, yes, music. Jeannie's saying good morning to Jenny. I love that. Hope you have a great day. Char, hi, how are you? Michelle, having a cleaning service is no elitist. That's my self-care. Okay, interesting. But there's a lot of women that I know that say that. In fact, I have an entire group of women that I personal train. That was the topic the other night. And they were like, can't do it. It's like bringing somebody into my house just feels like, who do I think I am? And that was across the board what every one of those women said. That's how I felt. That's how I still feel at times. We've almost pulled the trigger on having a maid, and I came back and went, never mind, I can do it. I can do it, right? It's the whole, I can do it myself. My mom says that's what I used to say as a little girl. I can do it myself. I guess it's still there. I understand where you're coming from, Michelle. It's just hard for me to break that mentality. So, but it is in a time frame where do I have the time? So yes, if there's a way, and it's also a trust factor, trusting someone, right, to come into your home. And there's a reason, obviously, that exists. There's a reason that service exists. That's their job. And so I get it, right? If none of us hired a maid, they'd be out of a job. So yeah, I get that mentality. Rose. Flamingo earrings and killer nails. All right, thank you. I'm so glad finally somebody said something about it. I put these in. I'm surprised Jenny didn't. Jenny, let's give a shout out to your beautiful mother, Jan Wunsch. Wunsch. How do you pronounce it? Wunsch. Jan gave me these, and she also gave me another pair of earrings. She's just a doll, like for nothing. She just did it. I think was it for Mother's Day, Jenny? Thank you, Rose, and thank you for this. I've gotten more compliments on this particular color of nails than I have in a long time. So I may do it again, or I may break and do something else, but I can guarantee you sometime during the summer I will come back to this. Shout out to Yada and Lynn and Cece and Nikki and everybody over at Golden Nails in Fenton. If you ever want to know, that's where I go. I support my friend. That's important also. Supporting my friend at Golden Nails in Fenton. There's another Golden Nails in town. Not hers. Support Golden Nails in Fenton. I love her. We're going to be doing a mobile Monica from there probably end of June or into July. So wait for that. This is coral, and then I put chrome over the top of it. Love it, love it, love it. Okay, Erica. Oh, I also have been using these awesome patches from Super Patch VTT or Haptic Technology. Feel free to ask me about it, and also walking all the trails around town. So I'm taking some time today. I almost talked myself out of it because there's a lot of work I have to do, but I was like, nope, you're on this new, got to take care of you. My friend Sally and I, she's been on the show before, we are going for a hike, a beautiful afternoon for that. So she was like, we can either go for a hike, we can go for a workout. And I was like, nope, let's be outdoors. She said, or she's like, I remember you and your mom going to a climbing facility. So they have Climb So Ill in several areas. I think they have one in St. Charles. So she was like, hey, we can either do that or we can hike. I'm going to be outside. Got to be outside in nature. So we're going for a hike today. How many of you? Oh, Jeannie says Tuscany, France, Frankfurt. Don't try, do. We love date nights, married 50 years. Oh my, Jeannie, that's incredible. 50 years this coming March. I'm excited about my 10 years coming up in October. Oh, Erica loves the chrome, she said. Sindra, how are you, my friend? Where are you at? She said, if you have someone clean your home, stay while they do it. Best feeling to sit back and close your eyes and smell your house getting clean while you're sitting and relaxing. Jenny said that these look so cute. Well, thank you. Tell your mom. Thank you so much. So stay. Okay, well, that is an interesting thing. How many of you hire a maid and trust so much that you are, in fact, able to leave the house? I don't think my husband would. I agree. A lot of people that tell me that they have a cleaning service or a maid, they want to stay there when it's being done as well. So, okay, we're talking about self-care. A lot of good responses. I'm going to go to the responses from yesterday, and it's time for you also. Okay, Richard says Thursday evenings are our date night. Oh my gosh, I love that. Always? Do you ever not have a date night? Do you ever go a week where you let something else take the place of that? I think that's the problem. That just like I told you at the beginning of the show, Wednesdays used to be Mom and Monica out on the boat days. And then guess what? I got busy. That went away years ago. So, Rich, take it from me. Don't let anybody ever take time away from you and your beautiful wife. Keep those date nights going.
This lady got me in the best shape of my life. I literally didn't know that I could be in shape like that. But the amount that she pours into her clients, and especially whenever you get the one-on-one training, it's mind-blowing. I mean, it was really life-changing. I learned so much about proper form, about nutrition, about just being able to invest in myself. I hired Monica to be my personal trainer, which was one of the best decisions I've ever made.
Carol House has the furniture you're dreaming of.
For big family gatherings, for entertaining friends, or just hanging out.
For working from home or resting after work.
For kids growing up, or young adults moving out.
Whether you're updating your first home, your next home, or your dream home.
Whatever the reason you're shopping, we have the furniture you're dreaming of at Carol House.
Because you like nice things.
All right, folks, welcome back. All right, I'm going to go to yesterday's show. Tessa is so loud. Okay, here we go. Let me turn the audio off on it. So yesterday I went on, there's about 1,200 views on yesterday afternoon's show, by the way, and people weighing in. Tessa, okay, so my self-care would be to take care of me on a walk, but also to make sure that she goes out on a walk. Those that tuned in yesterday for my spontaneous Whistle Wednesday solo were weighing in on what self-care was. And also I was asking them like, hey, are you out enjoying this weather? Because that's very important. Julie was one of the very first ones that weighed in and said self-care for her was to go and get her nails done. And yes, that is something that for me, I like to do about every 2 to 3 weeks. We're going on 3 weeks. Jenny, I think, are you going to get your nails done today? I believe she is. She scheduled that. So these comments are coming up a little bit different. Let me go to my page here. Bear with me for a second. As I'm doing this, tell me if you're just tuning in, give me the description of what self-care is to you. What does it look like? Or again, as we said, if you were to type in, what is self-care? What do you think would pop up? Okay, so Rich said yesterday, I was suffering from a migraine. I had to cancel all plans and shut down everything for a day. He said that is how I take care of myself. Such a good point that you have to not feel guilty for shutting down your business and taking care of you because you're not feeling your best. I was talking about tanning earlier, and Kathleen McMillan, who we absolutely love, she's from Weingarten Vineyards. She said, I'm very fair redhead. Tanning is not for me. And I'm still, the jury is out there, right? Are tanning beds bad for you? I'm going to ask Dr. Sarah. Chris, I was outside most of the day doing yard work. See, a lot of people think yard work is self-care. Loving the nice, cool temperatures for trimming, pulling weeds, planting flowers and veggies. It's good for the soul. Because I had said, I think for some people, they think that's cumbersome and they don't enjoy doing yard work. For others, it is therapeutic. And we were talking about The dog's barking. She was doing it yesterday during the show. She's doing it now. They were saying she wants to model because I was saying, hey, we're looking for models. I think we've got all the models we need for next week's Vault Makeover show, which is one of our mobile Monicas coming up. But NCW is where we'll be in June. And I want men and women both. So all of you guys that watch us, Rich, Joe, how would you like to be one of our before and after makeover models? Would love that. Jen said that they have a dog. And they said she's a fun-spirited animal except for the leaf thing. She was talking about Tessa. She's a fun-spirited animal except for the leaf thing. That's weird. Her boy obsessed with sticks, so he thought he was in heaven when the limb blew down last Friday. Oh yeah, so very true. Joe said this one because he had a rough day yesterday. How about quiet time with no one asking a lot of questions? Ugh. Right? And then Kathleen said, my mom's favorite saying was getting together was making memories. It does not matter how chaotic it is. Kathleen had said self-care includes a good daily SPF. Important to take care of yourself. She also said, I love to work out, but one of my favorite self-care is a facial serum and moisturizer. As you get older, a little extra skincare helps to reduce the wrinkles. Let me see. Who else? Okay, Julie had said self-care equals healthy food, exercise, nails, and hair. Carrie said self-care journal, hanging with a friend by the river in St. Charles. Debbie said, I started walking to your show. Before I knew it, I was 5,000 steps in. I need to build back my endurance. But walking, and that is a form of multitasking, even though people think that they can't multitask, putting all of that together and saying, oh my gosh, I did it. I got my workout in, instead of just sitting down listening. But for you, maybe what's important. For some, it has to be just sit down, relax, and listen to the show. Feed your soul, educate your mind. Others want to work their body while they're filling their mind and their soul. So you've got to do you, right? Rich said every Thursday we meet a group of 6 couples. Not all couples can always make it every Thursday at 5 o'clock at Main Street Saloon, downtown Waterloo. I love it. Jenny said, I don't think I would ever sit and watch them. Cleaning. I would get up and help. Yep, I think I'm right there with you. Okay, Julie said, my cleaning lady is a friend, so I'm lucky that I trust her. Yep. Andy and I have knee every Sunday. What? I think she wrote that wrong. Talk about our highs and lows of the week, our goals and what's upcoming through the week. Our schedules are so busy, it makes a huge difference of connection for us. It doesn't always have to be fancy. Oh my gosh, of course it doesn't. Testa is my bestie, Jen says. Testa's nuts. Jeannie, I will certainly figure out how to connect to you, Monica. I know the difference in time will be challenging. Yes. For all you living near Monica, support her, enjoy all the local businesses. You're so amazing. I wish your energy was here in San Antonio. My energy is there. I'm there with you. I wish your energy was here. Self-care today will be massage, mani-pedi. Oh my gosh, sounds amazing. And dinner with friends. That entire day sounds incredible. Rich, I still feel guilty. I just don't do it. Yeah, I don't feel guilty. Take that off of you. Jenny, I think self-care changes as your season of life changes. What it is for me now is not the same as it was even 2 to 3 months ago. Now it's sitting and just being still and listening to the sounds around me without any electronics. Yeah, Jenny absolutely loves. How many of you love to go out onto your patio and you build that little oasis? I love, you all that know me know I love water. So I love to sit by the pool. It doesn't have to be the pool though. It could be at my mom's house, looking across at the lake, the sound of a fountain, that calms me. So for a lot of you haven't said it yet, but for me, self-care is how you calm yourself. How do you center your balance back to where you can breathe again? And for some people, they got to take their socks and shoes off and ground themselves and get out and put their feet in the grass, sit underneath a beautiful tree. If you are going outside, by the way, put your SPF on. I know that Kathleen said that. Dr. Sarah would say it. Mainly put it on your face, put it on your forearms, the things that are constantly covered. Here you'd have to put it all the way up here, right? So I would put it on my forearm and here. But SPF, and Dr. Shadi Hawatma yesterday said nothing lower than 50. So take care of the skin. Take care of things that will continue to take care of you. Babs. Hi, Babs. Love you. Babs said, I treat myself every 5 weeks to have a haircut by Steph at Lock in Webster Groves. Yes. Yesterday, I got mine done, refreshed the color. And yeah, so ladies and gentlemen, and if you don't have hair, then, maybe just go and get your bald head all glowing. I don't know, but take care of that bald head. Put your SPF on. If you're bald, but you have a goatee or you're growing some facial, go to one of the beard places. There's so many cool places that have opened up now. Or people used to love to go like in old times and go to the barber, taking time. Because when you go to the barber or you go to your stylist, you've got to schedule in time and not be feeling like, okay, hurry, hurry, hurry. I got to get back to my life. That is self-care. Look at you, Babs. Yes, I loved it. Jenny said that dog is nuts. Rose, my hubby's self-care. Being by himself, watching a series on streaming and having his dogs by him, a good chocolate and good chocolate. No thinking. Yep, my husband would say the same. With the job that he has, when he walks in the door, he's not in the door a handful of seconds and the TV comes on right away. I used to look at that as a waste of time, then started realizing that was his respite. That is what he sees on a daily basis. It's white noise. He's not even probably even watching deeply into the show. It's just that it's there and it helps to decompress from the day. Jeannie, you are self-care for me. Your energy is uplifting. Have a fabulous day. Off to get pampered. Oh, Jenny, I love you. Thank you. That is the sweetest thing that you can say. Enjoy your time for you and then enjoy your time tonight with friends. I love all of it. Yeah, so we've been weighing in on self-care and the importance of all of it. Feel free to continue to weigh in, or if you watch a little bit later, maybe you were running off to run some errands today and you're like, hey, I wanted to answer that. Maybe some of the things that you're dropping in are things that people will start thinking about doing for themselves when in the past, maybe they used to, and then they stopped. So love it. Love all the comments. Thank you so much. Okay, we're going to take a break. I've got a bunch of great things that are coming up. Okay, wait. Rich said, OMG, Jim and I have a lot in common. When I rest, I always have the TV on and I hardly watch it. Yeah, Rich, for me, I don't ever have the TV on. It's always music for me, or it's stillness and quiet, or reading a really good book, which I picked up, Not That Fancy by Reba McEntire when we were coming back from Texas. Cannot wait to get into that one. I've got books left and right. In fact, this is the importance of getting down and reading again. This was given to me well over a year ago by a friend of mine. It's called Soul Shifts by Dr. Barbara DeAngelis. And my friend gave me the most beautiful card that she put inside here, right? Still in there. And she said, this book reminds me of everything that you say. So, Lindsay, I love you. Can you believe I've still not read the book? She said, to my friend, this book spoke to me so much. I thought it may speak to you too. Or truly, I felt like you could write so many of these teachings. I'm so blessed that we're connected. I'm sending you happy, positive vibes. Lindsay, dang it. This means I haven't slowed down to take care of me. So this book, call me on this. This book, Soul Shifts, right here in my future, and so is Not That Fancy. And I've got so many books. By the way, if anybody need a book, we've got boxes and boxes of books that have been collected over the years. So I have my own library. You can check them out and then get them back to me. Jenny, you've got one of my books, right? Have you had a chance to get through the book? You've got to take care of you as well. Okay, we'll be right back. We're going to talk about Mobile Monica's coming up next week into June and into July. And where would you like for us to take the show on the road?
Discover your full potential with a personalized styling experience. Designing, customizing, and transforming the looks of men and women. Revamp your individual style and embrace what makes you, you. That's real confidence.
Oh, I love that word. Confidence, not ego, not cocky, but confidence. I just jumped over to Instagram. Diane said, I love the chrome on your nails. Cooking with Paula in Chianti. I gave a shout out to you yesterday. I'm not sure if she's still on, but by the way, Jeannie probably signed off already. See, they're watching from Italy, so you can make it work. Yes, the time is a little bit different, but yeah, she watches from Italy all the time. Stephanie said, after my soap opera, I turn my TV off. I put my Bee Gees CD or record on and listen to the music. It relaxes me. I absolutely love that. Gosh, I haven't heard about soap operas in a long time. I wasn't even sure if they were still around. All right, folks. So coming up next week, and yes, we do already have all of our models. We will be at the Vault, our makeover show. It is next Wednesday at 7 a.m. I can't wait to see all the ladies behind the vault and all of you, the ladies that we've chosen to be a part of the show. Be sure to check out their lives, by the way. So if you can't get into the vault, be sure to go to their website or follow them on social media because they sell a lot of the incredible luxury resale online as well. Jenny, thanks for lining up a few of our models. And then we've got a couple of younger girls that are going to be a part of it. I'm excited. I just got their before pictures and we'll be showing you who they are on a regular basis. Do you regularly run around in workout clothes? Are you always fancy and you want to be more casual? Well, the ladies at the vault are going to put 2 different outfits on them. And if you want to be a part of a future show, because we usually do these with them at least a couple times a year. I'd love to do one once a quarter, but at least a couple times a year. So we'll probably have another one coming up in the fall. Start emailing me now and saying, hey, I couldn't do this one, but I'd like to be a part of a future one. A lady that was watching my show last night said, I want to be a part of one. So I think we're lining her up for July. Yes, there's another makeover show coming up in July, but this time it's at NCJW, which is in the Creve Coeur area. And we will be having those ladies on our show on June 8th. And then 10 days later, we'll be doing the makeover show. But this one's pretty cool because men can be a part of that one. They've got men's clothes and women's clothes at their upscale boutique. And so it'll be probably a couple of outfits that we'll do. We usually can do about 5 or 6 different models. So Jenny's going to meet with the models today. You're going to love it. You're going to have a great time. She's going to be privy to what they're putting them in. I won't see it until the day of the show. So that's our Mobile Monica wrapping up the month of May. Super excited for that. So again, if you have never seen a Mobile Monica, you are hearing about it right now and you're thinking, well, hey, I've got a friend that has a business. We got a festival coming up, whatever it may be, shoot me an email, info@TheRealMonicaAdams.com. Let me know where you would like to see a Mobile Monica. We can take the show on the road anywhere. So again, don't just think here because there's a lot of people watching us now from other states. If you want us to bring the show to your city or your state, let me know and we can start planning it just like we did with Fredericksburg, Texas. Let's see. Yes, that big book, huge for self-care. It's amazing. Good. I can't wait to get it back because once she's done with it, I will start working on that. But I got a couple of books to get through myself, so Jenny, no rush on it. That Power Pink is a great color on you. Oh, well, thank you, Jen. I appreciate it. It's got my mantra on it. Know your value. We still have some shirts, by the way. I haven't talked about my merchandise in a while. We don't have a huge inventory of it, but if you are interested in putting our mantra on your chest, men and women both. We've got some MA sport jackets for the guys still available. We've got some t-shirts. We've got maybe a few long sleeve shirts left. We do have some Know Your Value journals. Reach out to me because what's on our website, I'm actually going to take down because I want to bring in some new merchandise. So we'll shut down the online store because again, as I said, there's few inventory, but yeah, I would love for you to have one. Jenny, the book is wonderful. Great self-care book. You should read it. I will, I promise. Dot, wow, that pink is fantastic on you. Well, you're sweet. Thank you so much. And good morning. I always thought self-care was for other people until I met Monica. Now I love self-care. Went for a jog walk for 45 minutes this morning. That a girl. I love listening to you on my way to school. Thank you. And she's almost done with school. With a lot of teachers are excited about summer, right? Love it. Have a wonderful day. Scott, Mobile Monica is always a great watch. Thank you, Scott. We actually met Scott and Johanna at Adventure Unknown and did our Mobile Monica last fall. And then guess what? We collaborated and now that is where our studios are. So you've heard me talk about it. Adventure Unknown, great place. I'd love to give you a walkthrough, and maybe that is where your community has been waiting, and that's where your tribe is. And let's talk about that. Babs, I'm not sure if Babs is still on, but let's talk about our dear friend coming up at the end of this month. We will be over with so many others. We're expecting thousands. Your vibe attracts your tribe. May 31st, 2 p.m. to 7 p.m. The streets are going to be loaded. Macklin from Devonshire to Nottingham. Join us for a celebration of Brian, exactly what he wanted. It was no longer here on this earth. And if you don't know Brian McKenna, just come out, just enjoy a wonderful community. See, I just got to chill. There are a lot of people that didn't know Brian. There are a lot of people that did. And for those of us that did, we were eternally blessed. For those that didn't, just come enjoy some time in that Soha area, Southampton area. Great food, the food being provided by several of the restaurants that Brian loved. So don't bring in your own coolers, things like that. Support them. And then all of the proceeds, 100% of the proceeds going to Brian's favorite charities. I believe last night they were wrapping up the flag sponsor. So the Real Monica Adams will be listed on there along with a lot of other businesses that we became one of the green level sponsors. That is what we will do to wrap up the month of May. Then we go into June. June 5th, we'll be at J. Bloom. We're going to do the behind the scenes of the beautiful jewelry. We had Jennifer Bonacorsi on the show, the owner of J. Bloom, a couple of months ago. You know, I always love to do the mobile Monicas and then do the backstory of who are the people behind the place that we love to give our business to, right? To patronize. I love the backstory, the human interest story. So Exit 11 Coffee is also going to be in the month of June, but we're actually going to have the owner, Angel, on the show next Tuesday. We'll find out her backstory. She'll be on with us. And then her Mobile Monica is coming up on June 10th. And that'll be a lunchtime show. So that one's the one in Eureka, their newest. It is a drive-through, and maybe I'll be serving you your coffee. So come on by at 12 o'clock at the Exit 11 Coffee in Eureka, and let me serve you a coffee. You know, I'm not a big coffee drinker, but maybe we can get tea. June 21st is our dear friend, Rich, who watches us on a regular basis. He's on right now. And we've been talking about the third annual poker run with Dude's Playground and how much we would love for you to come out and join us. It's going to be a blast. There's music, there's food, there's a 50-50. $10 per poker hand. It is a poker run that starts about 1 o'clock. We'll go to about 5 different, we'll start out at obviously Dude's Playground, go to a few different places, then come back. So 5 total from the starting point to coming back. All vehicles, and I keep stressing this, all vehicles welcome. Free food, entertainment, and then the sparklers will be lighting up the sky with you at 9:15. And why are we doing this? To help disabled veterans so that they can continue to have all the beautiful acreage that they have there for you to be a part of. Epic poker run, he said. All vehicles, yes. Motorcycles, classic cars, Jeeps, Corvettes, Mustangs, you name it. It doesn't matter. I don't care if you have a beaten down car. All I care about is that you come out to support. So there's 3 booked in June. So if you hear that, that means there's space for 1 more. And I was working on a couple last night. If they pull the trigger, then the month of June will be booked. But 1 more space for the last week of June for a Mobile Monica. So if you want all of these eyes and this positive energy on your business, then just reach out to me. And then we do have 1 July show already booked, and that's on July 18th. Again, the makeover show with men and women. So I've got 1, 2, 3. I think I already have 3 ladies, 2 for sure, but maybe 3 ladies lined up already. So guys, I need you. Rich, Joe, again, maybe even couple. Would love to see a couple get together. I would love to do a makeover on you. And eventually I'd love to get maybe Sherry involved to do hair and makeup also. But for right now, it's to teach you your true style out there. So July, that's where we are now. We're booking Mobile Monicas for July because ideally we are out with the public every single week. And we used to do them on Thursdays. They can be done anytime. We do Foodie Friday, by the way. One of the Fridays each month is Friendship Friday with Dot Fleshman. And so that's the only one that I usually will bump. And then we'll do that on a Thursday. So next week, we're going to have Chef Liz on from Tenacious Eats. We love her. If you've never heard of Tenacious Eats, you're going to fall in love with her. I am going to air her Foodie Friday on Thursday next week. So tomorrow, Steve's Hot Dog, Steve Ewing, is our Foodie Friday feature. All right, folks, that's a rundown of some things to come. A lot of things to come, by the way. And one more time, we couldn't do this without you all watching, sharing, telling your family and friends, hey, this is a great community. You got to be a part of this. We would love for you to do just that. Share, like, follow the live stream Monday through Friday on whatever platform makes the most sense to you. If you've got a sponsor that you think wants to be a part of the show, or you at least want me to sit down and have a meeting with them, shoot me an email. If you'd like to be the sponsor, or if you'd like to have a Mobile Monica at your business, same email address applies to you. And for you, by the way, I'm talking to you right now, the community, if you get someone to be a sponsor on a regular basis, or a Mobile Monica, we reward you just like I reward my team. They get $150, you get $150. Doesn't that sound good? Let's have the Give Back program be a part of you. All right, folks. So today is what? Thursday, May 22nd. We're going to read from Jesus. He's calling us. When things don't go as you would like, accept the situation immediately. If you indulge in feelings of regret, they can easily spill over the line into resentment. Remember that I am sovereign over your circumstances and humble yourself under my mighty hand. Rejoice in what I'm doing in your life, even though it's beyond your understanding. I am the way, the truth, and the life. In me, you have everything you need, both for this life and for the life yet to come. Don't let the impact of the world shatter your thinking or draw you away from focusing on me. Now, the ultimate challenge is to keep fixing your eyes on me no matter what is going on around you, all that chaos. When I'm central in your thinking, you're able to view circumstances from my perspective. And that's really interesting. And it kind of goes with what our topic was today. You can't focus on him or anything else if you haven't taken care of your mind and your soul and the relaxation and, really the aha awareness that is around you. Diane's watching over on Instagram and said, I love the vault. I love the NCJW also. Well, Diane, I love you because she's the one that's really welcoming all of these wonderful businesses to our show and people that I had never heard of before. So Diane and Audra, both of you, thank you so much. We have a fashion segment that we want to start. We want it to be a regular thing. Our Foodie Fridays really grabbed hold now, and that's definitely become a regular thing, but we'd like to do Fashion and Food Fridays. Our kitchen's being built. Time frame might be about mid to late June is what we're hoping for. So soon we'll be cooking at the kitchen, the Slyman Brothers Kitchen at Adventure Unknown. Right now we're actually going to their stores in South and West County. But yeah, designers, somebody that's maybe a student of design or brand new, or maybe in the early stages of it, or a longtime designer. If it is, well, hey, have them reach out to me. Okay. Stephanie, you're so welcome. Have a good day yourself. Rich, you realize how much of a country I am, don't you? Do you really want to do a makeover on somebody like me who wears nothing but blue jeans and cut off t-shirts? You would be the perfect one for me to do a makeover show on. Yes, I would love that. All right, folks. That's how we do it. We give you your positivity. We start your day with a little hope and hopefully put a smile on your face. Tomorrow, tune in for our Foodie Friday segment. We're going to find out what we can still do as a community to help give back to those who will have been affected for one exact week since the tornadoes came into St. Louis. Steve Ewing, my guest tomorrow for a Foodie Friday. Enjoy this gorgeous weather. Get out. Remember, importance of self-care. God bless you all, and remember to be kind.